It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone, and we were talking bad about Gerald McCoy, and he smoked us out. He came and he found us here. First of all, let me look at that, if you don't mind, that Batman bling. That is nice. I know you're a big fan.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, I'm a Batman lifer.
Why Batman?
So people ask me this all the time.
I'm
Why
sure.
do I love Batman?
Mm-hmm.
If you go look at Gerald's combine numbers, and you didn't put my name on it or where I got drafted, you look at the numbers and say, "Oh, this is an average athlete. This guy's not a top 10 pick right here." But just looking at the numbers, just the numbers,
right?
And then what allowed me to get drafted as high as I did or play at the level I did is my preparation, being the smartest guy in the room, knowing what was going to happen before it happened, and just figuring out a way to get it done. There's a lot of superpowered people in the Justice League, but the captain of the Justice League is Batman,
who has no superpowers. It's all up
and
here.
I modeled everything I did after that. I just related to him in that way. I've been a captain on every team I've ever been on, but if we have a foot race, I'm not going to win. If we see who's the strongest, I'm not going to win. If we see who jumped the highest, I'm not going to win that.
Yeah. By the way, at this table, you probably will.
But yeah, but if you turn that film on and say, "Hey, break all this down,"
yeah,
I do it like that.
I like that. That's a great thing. Yeah. I have a Superman tattoo, and people are like, "Why Superman?" I go, "I don't know, because I did something stupid when I was young."
Yeah. It seemed cool at the time.
I think why? Because Shaq had one, and Favre had one.
It was the thing to do. It is a cool emblem.
I will cover it up.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's an S. It's not.
It's not.
It's not an S.
Stands for hope.
Yes.
Come on
now.
Are you a nerd?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how bad? Like Mike Evans style nerd? Like Harry Potter?
Mike's not a nerd. Mike just like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I like everything. To be a nerd, you have to know the ins and outs of multiple facets of what you're talking about.
Right, nerddom.
Like people know I love Batman and DC, but I can talk Marvel or talk Ninja Turtles or talk video games and all. Those are my major interests. That's a nerd. Liking Harry Potter don't make you a nerd. Freaking books are incredible. Have you ever been to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios? Well, god dang, do you gotta love Harry Potter to love that area? No, you don't. You ever had butterbeer?
Yes.
You don't need to be a nerd to like butterbeer.
That's right.
Like, what are we talking about here? So Mike's not a nerd. Get out of here.
All right,
Mike.
my bad. I take that back.
Yeah.
What is your go-to video game?
So I always play Batman over and over. Right now I'm playing Spider-Man. I'm redoing all the Spider-Man games.
Okay.
But I'm an old school game. Like I play Streets of Rage. Y'all remember Streets of Rage? I play Streets of Rage all the time on my phone.
Yeah.
But I play my original Xbox. The very first video game system that I bought with my own money was the original Xbox. So I'm an Xbox guy. A lot of people were PlayStation guys. I had the original PlayStation, but when PlayStation 2 came out, my parents didn't get that. They said, "Hey, I wanted the Xbox or the PlayStation had came out during Christmas. I had got something else." So I said, "I want this Xbox." They said, "If you save up money, we'll meet you, to a percentage to help you get it." And I did, and I got the Xbox. So what I play is there's a Bruce Lee game on the Xbox that I play.
Nice.
NFL Street, NBA Street Volume 2. Those are my things.
Old school.
Those are yeah.
Do you know that in the Buccaneers locker room, back not in the good locker room, in the old locker room by the airport, they used to have a Nintendo in there.
Nice.
And Randall McDaniel used to sit back. He would avoid the press all the time, and you go back and he'd be playing old school NHL.
Oh yeah. No, we had before they since I've been back to the facility now. It's more of like the player health section. Used to be our players' lounge.
Right.
We used to have some epic battles in there playing video when Fortnite first came out. I remember Ryan Jensen. I might be telling a secret now.
No, that's good.
But Ryan Jensen would stay at the facility after practice and just be playing Fortnite. And I'm like, dog, will your wife know you up here? I'm getting rehab. All right. And he would just be playing Fortnite. But Doug Martin, I remember Doug Martin. Sure. He was a monster at I'm drawing a blank.
Call of Duty?
No. I'm drawing a blank. Smash Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
He was a monster in Smash. He was, hey, anybody want to play Smash Brothers? Like, hey, anybody, listen, word of advice. This is life advice. If somebody randomly offers to play you in anything,
what do you think?
You want to play poker? No, no, not with
not.
you. That was a random question.
Nothing that
Doug
money's
just
coming
randomly
up with.
like, hey, let's play Smash Brothers. Nope, not with you, sir.
We had you on during the season, and I got to tell you, doing a phone thing kind of sucks, and doing a morning thing and asking somebody to get up early in the morning, you were great.
Thanks.
Dude! I mean, even your PR people were done. They were like, "He was great." We go, yeah. So you like doing the Yahoo stuff and all that stuff?
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm an early bird anyway, man. You have to adjust your schedule. When you got all the kids, I got 5 kids.
5.
So when you making things work with your wife and your kids' schedules, because they all play sports, they all do different things, I've learned to adjust what I do. So time doesn't really exist with me when I'm talking about when I do certain stuff. Like working out, I might work out at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Because my day was full of what I had to do with my wife or my family and stuff. So getting up early, that's nothing to me because I've had to get up so early. I remember there's a time when I was at One Buck or Advent Health now.
Right.
And it was pitch black outside and I'm running sprints because I had a flight to catch to go handle some business with my family, but I wasn't going to miss my workout.
That's
it was
dedication.
pitch black. I couldn't see the lines. I was just guessing, and that's just so doing that, man. And I believe in having great energy regardless of the day. The time shouldn't determine your energy.
Yeah, I know.
And having bad energy is just, it's infectious, good or bad. So I just always try to have great energy.
Were you surprised at what a great year the Buccaneers had, or you know that
Me
they were
surprised?
Yeah.
Y'all must not follow me on Twitter.
No, I'm sorry.
Gerald was one of the lone voices that was telling everybody that the Buccaneers were going to turn heads and they were going to be dominant. They would definitely win the NFC South, which nobody said they would.
Nobody
it was
said
Atlanta. He
Remember
was ahead of it.
Remember they posted Atlanta?
Oh, yeah.
And my response was they posted all the new players they got. And my response was all of that just for the Bucs to win the South.
He was way ahead of the game.
It didn't matter. We lost to the Falcons twice. Stay patient. Relax. Stay calm. I know who's in that locker room. When Baker came to the Bucs, when he signed with the Bucs, I went on Jim Rome and I said, he's going to make everybody eat their words.
Yeah.
Because if you pay attention, a lot of people analyze, but they just look at numbers. They don't watch the game. They don't do research on people's stories or what's really happening. Baker Mayfield got injured in Cleveland.
Right.
When he started playing bad, it was after an injury. It wasn't while he was healthy. People that don't play the game don't understand there's a difference in rehabbing and working out. When you're rehabbing, you're not working out. You're more worried about, because you're trying to get through the injury to get better. He went through that from that portion in Cleveland all the way until he became a Buck. So when you're looking at his level of play, he's never really having the time to grow his game or get healthy. When he signed with the Bucs, he said, I'm healthy now, and I'm ready to go. And anybody who knows Baker Mayfield, what you don't want to do is give him an edge because he plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me a minute ago, why does Baker get so much disrespect? I don't care. Keep disrespecting him because when a disrespected Baker, you get what you get.
Yeah.
So everybody out there disrespecting Baker, keep it up. Thank you.
My bad. You'll always be the smartest guy in the room. Yeah. So now with a guy like you analyzes everything, I'm sure everybody's asked you today, what do you got in the Super Bowl?
I'm going to go with the experience. So breaking down both teams, the Philadelphia Eagles top to bottom, player for player, everything, talent for talent, the numbers, they're the better team.
Right.
The better team doesn't always win the game. You can't coach speed, but there's no substitution for experience. If I gave you 4 different numbers and laid them out and I didn't put a team name on them, the average numbers, you would not say that's the Kansas City Chiefs. But if I showed you the records, you would say that's the Kansas City Chiefs. Because the names and the resumes does not reflect the numbers. It reflects the record because they know how to win games.
Yeah.
We've seen the Bucs. When Tom Brady came to Tampa, they asked me yesterday on one of these I was doing, is Saquon Barkley the greatest free agent sign of all time? I said, no, Tom Brady is. And it's not for the reasons most people think. Well, he's Tom Brady. Of course he is. That's not why.
Why?
In my time of Tampa, we would play close games and lose because we didn't know how to win.
Yeah.
We found ways to lose the game. Tom
That's the truth, man.
came in and taught this team how to win. not just the team, the organization, from top to bottom, to Jason Light, the Glazers, all the way down to the equipment guys, the field. Everybody learned how to win.
Yeah.
And if from the time I left to Tampa, when I go in that building now, it's a completely different type of energy. And since Tom left, from the time he got there and even not being there now, they haven't missed the playoffs. You know why? Because they know how to win now.
They learn how to win.
They know how to win. So Tom doesn't have to be there because the foundation he laid with Mike Evans, with Levante David, with Antoine Winfield, with Will Golston, with CG14, with Tristan Wirfs, these people that were there that won, they still know how to win these games. And then you bring in a winner, Heisman Trophy winner, first overall pick, a guy playing with an edge on the shoulder, and Baker Mayfield. They know how to win. Transition to this game, Kansas City knows how to win close games. I'm going with experience. I trust Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo vastly more than I trust Nick Sirianni and Kellen Moore. And that's no knock on them, but what haven't they seen?
Yeah.
I might have to change my bet.
Yeah. He was saying Eagles. I was saying Chiefs.
One of the craziest stats out there to me is they've won like 17 straight one-score games.
Yeah.
Like it's
because they know how to win.
Yeah,
And the person who broke down how to win close games, I don't know. Name is Tom Brady. He's calling the game on Fox, and he said it on TV. You got to find ways to win. How do you win these close games? Be great on third down. What is Kansas City? They're great on third down. Control the clock. What does Kansas City do? Control the clock. What can't you do? Turn the ball over. Kansas City hasn't turned the ball over. The teams they beat, turn the ball over. You got to be great in the fourth quarter with technique and execute in the fourth quarter. What has Kansas City done?
Yeah, well,
I don't care how lucky people say they are. We've gotten greatness fatigue. You can't have greatness fatigue. It's extremely difficult to be great for an extended period of time. Y'all seen that with how the Bucs turned around the organization when Sapp, I just got talking to Sapp, by the way, Sapp and Brooks and Rondé and Lynch and all these guys came in, and Mike Allstott and, our catalysts that changed to turn the team around. That was sustained. And then there was a guy came in named Gerald. That wasn't a great time. So clearly sustaining greatness is tough. But look at what you got now. 5 straight years of making the playoffs. It is extremely difficult. So we can't say when people are great, oh, they're lucky or they're getting help. Okay, well, if that's all it takes, why ain't nobody else doing it?
Yeah, that's absolute truth. Everybody be following the formula if that was the case.
Exactly.
Do you think Myles Garrett, Jason Light's going to go after him?
He better.
Yeah.
He better.
They're going to want a lot.
Hey, revisionist history. Hey, Tampa, let me just throw this out there. And I'm interviewing Myles Garrett here in like 2 hours. And I'm going to say this to him, by the way. There's no bigger advocate out there for Tampa than me. I know we got a lot of Hall of Famers. I don't care. They don't advocate for Tampa like I do. Here's my pitch to Myles Garrett. He wants to win, right? When we got Simeon Rice, what came with that? Won a Super Bowl. We signed Shaq Barrett. What came with that? We got a Super Bowl because JPP was already there.
Yeah.
But we signed Shaq Barrett. What came with that? Super Bowl. Get Myles Garrett. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's just history. A lot of people don't pay attention to that stuff. But when you sign one of those defensive ends that can go get after the quarterback, look at what we were missing. Our top 4 sack guys, 3 interior guys, and Levante David. Why would we sign Shaq Barrett 2 weeks before the playoffs if we had enough on the edge?
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all don't think Myles Garrett would have helped go in that game versus Washington? You don't think we had a great path to the NFC Championship? We're Jalen Hurts kryptonite. We are Jalen Hurts kryptonite. I don't care how good the team is. We are his kryptonite. The Buccaneers defense and how when Todd Bowles calls it is his kryptonite. You got Vita in the middle, Kalijah in the middle, Tay in the middle. You need guys like that to handle a Saquon Barkley. We had a phenomenal path to get to the Super Bowl or at least to the NFC Championship. You don't think if we had Myles Garrett that would have put us over the hump?
Certainly would have.
That's all I'm saying, man. And you sign everybody wants Levante back. We don't know. Everybody wants Mike back. We don't know. CG14, he's injured. We don't know what's going to happen. You don't think they would be a little enticed to come back if Myles Garrett came to the Bucs?
That's a good point.
I'm just saying, man. Listen, why I got to do this for you, Jason?
I was going to say that. You have any desire to do that side of the
Not at all.
Really?
Not at all.
Too much of a headache?
It's better like this. You know why? Because when I'm done, I can put the mic down and walk away.
Let me ask you about your hair. How long you been doing that?
I've been growing my hair since 2016.
And how much? See, now my son, I have an 18-year-old son. And he's got braids.
Yeah.
He'll braid them, and then they got to get unbraided and braided. He
yeah.
has one of those do-rags that he wears on his head.
Yeah.
It seems like too much of a process, but also
See, braids is different than dreads.
No,
These is a Floridian style called wicks. I got my hair done. I had regular dreadlocks, and then one day I was at First Watch, and a guy came through with his dreads looking like this, and I'm like, bro. Man, I want my hair like that because this less maintenance.
Yeah.
It's less
Looks
you got
nicer
to do.
too, I think.
Yeah, it looks way nicer, and it's less you got to do. So braids, you can take them up, put them down. You got to do, I'm good. I like my hair like this.
I don't look. I'm jealous. Look at my hair. I'm jealous of
you
everybody.
look great.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
look
look
great.
at this guy. Nice.
You look great.
I'm so glad we're friends, though.
Thanos, it took 65 Marvel heroes to stop him, and they couldn't, and he was bald. So you know,
That's right.
And he had a
Don't worry about it.
and he had a ball sack on his chin.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time, he was bald.
It's
It
true.
happens.
All right. I like it. I like the way you operate. Thank you so much for making time. We were chasing you down for 2 days for coming back over
of course,
here.
Man.
Will you
told
come
y'all
to Tampa during the season?
Yeah, I tried to get down there this year, but every time they had a game where I could get to, I had something at home.
Okay.
I was fortunately enough, they played the Chargers. So after I got off air, I walked across the street, got to see everybody. I wanted to. Y'all came to where I live in Dallas, but Sunday night game. I work in L.A. The time difference. When I got back, I wouldn't have been able to make it anyway. But I try and get back to Tampa. Actually get back. I make it to my house.
Right.
But I try and get to the stadium and get to a game.
I
work training camp for sure.
You need me to house sit for you where you're going? You need me to walk the dogs?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying, I bet your video game system is massive.
I have an incredible man cave.
Yeah.
I have arcade systems. I got a 6'5" Batman statue.
I remember seeing that in the paper.
I got a Kobe painting. I got a lot in there.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Listen, I have a feeling we'd be good nerd friends.
Yeah.
You've been denied.
I didn't even jump to best friends. I was starting with low nerd friends.
You don't even appreciate your Superman tat. It stops there.
Listen, I'm 53 years old. There comes a certain point where Superman ain't so cool anymore.
I guess.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. came back.
Well, you got to answer for everything.
Just saying. Yeah.
Hey, thank you for coming by, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, brother.
We'll take a quick break. It's the
y'all.
Mike
Thank
Calta
you.
Show. It's 102.5 The Bone.